Hello, I am Tonya Logan, and I would like to share my instructional design plan for the course I will teach on the novel The Hate You Give to eighth grade students. Um, so the intended audience is eighth grade students, group of eighth grade students. Um, I will have a printed syllabus for this course as well as online access for the students. This course will be viewed through Google Classroom. It will be accessed through Google Classroom, and it will likely be a combination of OBE and CBE. And I say that because of the data that we are supposed to keep up with and report on for different skills on our campus. Reading skills such as main idea, knowing main idea, context clues. We have to know how students are coming along in their growth in the areas of being able to master these skills. So therefore, there will be some content-based instruction going on. But for the most part, it will be OBE. The learners will go into deeper learning as research is part of this course, and so they will be able to research and make connections both inside and outside the classroom that hopefully will lead to extended learning as they will want to know more about the topics and themes discussed in the novel. There will be a variety of assessments for, as, and of learning that will include their online portfolios, journals that they will keep, their blogs, and class discussions. And so assessment will be done via teacher observations. There will be exit tickets. And of course, there has to be quizzes as we are accountable for that on our campus. But there will also be student to student feed forward sessions where the students can learn from each other and take advice and suggestions and critiques from one another. Okay, the students will ultimately be in control of the lessons as they will have their choice, ownership, and voice all through what I hope to be authentic learning. As they go out and use various technologies to connect their learning and to bridge gaps. So we start first with the learning goals, the foundational knowledge that students will have for this novel course, The Hate You Give. They're going to build background knowledge and identify, analyze, and evaluate key ideas of the social justice. Okay, we're going to be studying social justice from the novel. Learning objectives will activities will include small and whole group class discussions. We will begin our study of the novel with a survey so that I can access or assess prior knowledge and help the students to build background from there. Application. So given the main conflict of our main character, students are going to think of ways to be proactive in social justice movements. As we know, this idea of social justice is very pertinent in the present time with everything that we see happening. And so we want students to be able to solve conflicts such as social justice conflicts proactively, get in front of it so that things that have been experienced by other members of society will hopefully be alleviated or quelled if they should ever find themselves in such situations. So students will work independently and in groups. They will come up with a call to action for a social justice movement that could be posted on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, or any type of social platform. Integration goals, the students will make a justifiable argument for or against code switching, which is a main topic in the novel. And again, they will use reflection and write in their journals with reflection prompts. There will also be a synthesis chart that they will be responsible for completing at the end of the novel, because we want them to be able to pull everything together. The human dimension goals, students will create and present a social justice campaign. So they will come up with a campaign similar to that of the Black Lives Matters movement. And there are a variety of ways that they can present this campaign and show their learning. And that can be through creating a video, a slideshow with a voiceover, an infographic, as well as coming up with a slogan. Okay. Caring goals, students will show and demonstrate acceptance of those from different cultures. Students will interview one person inside or outside of the school that belongs to an ethnic group other than their own, and they will blog or do a photo essay or Flipgrid about it. So we are incorporating blended learning into this content. Learning how to learn goals, students will read nonfiction texts that are related to the fictional text that they are reading, and they will blog about it, have class discussions, and complete a cross-text analysis chart. Okay, so here's what a schedule, an outline of a schedule. Week 1, we will cover, week 1 and 2, we will cover parts 1 of the book. Part 1 and part 2 are pretty long, and part 5. Okay, so week 1, that's when we're going to do our survey and have our class discussions and writing our blog as we build background knowledge and help students to make connections to what's going on, to what they will be reading and what they have experienced or in real life. Okay, week 2, part 1 is where we will begin our call to action. And again, we will access our blog and write thoughts and reflections in our blog. And I will do it as well as the facilitator of the lessons. Okay, so week 3 is part 2 of the novel. The novel, as you can see here, is broken into 5 parts. So week 2 is where we will, again, blog. We'll have our social media posts. Then week 4, we will tackle parts 3 and 4 of the novel. And we will do a cross-text analysis and blog. And then we will have multicultural interviews and synthesis charts in week 5 when we do part 5, bringing it all to an end. Now, that culminating activity will be our social justice campaign that we will, that the students will create. And yes, so with all that being said, this really is the outcome-based part of it, but I will also have to assess their reading skills. I hope that I have